Star Wars The Force Awakens. It's here, guys. It's finally here. I wanted to tell you guys right off the bat, this is going to be a spoiler-free review. Don't worry, I will not ruin anything for you. Star Wars Episode 7 The Force Awakens is the newest installment in the Star Wars saga. I remember the first time that this movie was announced, I was sitting at a Wendy's and it was October of 2012 and they said that they're going to make a 7th Star Wars, and I just was, you know, dreams come true, and that's one of the biggest dreams of my life. Ever since Revenge of the Sith, I said they need to make another Star Wars film. I was so young and I just wanted to see all these Star Wars films. Here it is, guys, and I'm happy to tell you that this was a great Star Wars film. The first thing I want to talk about is how this film looks. It looks like a Star Wars film. It sounds like a Star Wars film. The costumes, the set designs, the practical effects, all really feels like a Star Wars film. And that's one of the things that J.J. Abrams really had a lot of care for and wanted to make this film look like a Star Wars film. The prequels didn't really feel like a Star Wars film, and this is what a Star Wars film would look like if you wanted to continue the saga, which they are doing now, and it looks like a Star Wars film, and I appreciate everything about that. The set designs, the costumes, the sound effects, the music, it all feels like a Star Wars film. Now, we do get a lot of new additions to the Star Wars cast and some old characters coming back. The new characters of Rey and Finn, played by Daisy Ridley and John Boyega, knocked their roles out of the park. J.J. Abrams handled these characters just like they handled the characters for A New Hope. Having a lot of time to introduce these characters and honestly really caring about these characters. Right off the bat, I could tell that I would really enjoy watching Rey and Finn on screen. It takes me a lot to like characters just right off the bat, and I think that J.J. Abrams and Daisy Ridley and John Boyega did a really great job to really care about these characters. What I like most about how they handled the characters in here is that they added a lot of emotion to the characters. I think they added a lot more emotion than they did in any other Star Wars characters. There was fear behind Finn's eyes. There was hope behind Rey's eyes. They had a past that they couldn't really explain, but it affected their future and who they are as a person. And then we get the baddie of Kylo Ren, played by Adam Driver. Now, I was a bit worried, to be honest, about Adam Driver playing Kylo Ren. Adam Driver is hilarious in a lot of his movies, and I was worried that I wouldn't be able to take him seriously. I am here happy and pleased to tell you that Kylo Ren is a great villain. He is motivated, he is sinister, and yet he is also human. He has a lot of emotion to him, and that makes him a great villain. Darth Vader was a great villain. We didn't get a lot of emotion to him, but what he did just made him a great villain. He's just Darth Vader. He's just awesome overall. But Kylo Ren, there's a little more to him. There's a lot of emotion there with him, and he's also motivated. You can tell in the way he handles himself, his mannerisms, his lightsaber skills. You can tell that he's motivated, he's determined, he's sinister, yet he's still human, and he did a great job in his role. Then you have Oscar Isaac, who plays Poe Dameron, who I absolutely loved. I was thinking a little bit about Poe Dameron as I was watching him, and I thought that he was like the cool guy at the bar or the jock in high school that you just really attract to, and he has a lot of friends, a lot of people that really like him. You just want to be friends with him, and that one moment when he talks to you and you're just amazed and you're like, yeah, he's my friend. He's my friend. That's how I feel when other people were interacting with Poe Dameron on screen, that, you know, he was so cool and he knew it. But he wasn't cocky at all. He just knew that he was good at a lot of things, and people really attracted to him and wanted to be around him. And that's what I thought Poe Dameron was. And he wasn't in the film a lot, but when he was, it was awesome. The fighting sequences, the action scenes looked amazing. I think these are some of the best action scenes I've seen in any Star Wars films. The camera movement, the camera angles, the care to a lot of the scenes really put you in the moment and invested you into these action scenes. There's a lot of scenes with the X-Wings where you get the point of view from the pilot, which were amazing. Those were fun to watch. Had real great explosions, no CGI stuff. A lot of great practical effects with cool creatures throughout. It is a great Star Wars film, I will give it that, but there are some issues in this film. I'm not going to go into detail about some of the issues. I'll save that for a spoiler-filled review. But I just wanted to say that some of the things they could have explained a little more, add a little more runtime. I do not care. Some of the things I wanted more explanation to, but I do understand that they had to, you know, explain what 30 years worth. But some of the things were more important than others, and they needed to be explained a little more for us fans. Also, a lot of times they threw some things in from the older films just to reminisce and had a lot of fanfare for us fans. Sometimes I really loved it, sometimes I didn't think it was necessary. But it didn't take away at all from me enjoying the film. Some of the explanation things could have been done a little bit better, but that leaves it up to us to kind of speculate about certain things. And I could just tell that they had a lot of things to reminisce and a lot of nostalgia things just for the sake of it, just to have it in there. Which I didn't mind a lot of it, but some of the things they could have took out and kind of focus on more of the newer things, because it is a new trilogy with new characters, new setting, new bad villains. Let's focus on more of those instead of reminiscing about the old times. Let's move forward. I thought that Han Solo and Chewbacca were amazing in here. Harrison Ford did a great job playing Han Solo once again. Han Solo is a great character. I loved him in the original trilogy. I loved who he was. He was smart. He had a lot of smart remarks. He told the truth. He wasn't afraid of a lot of things. And here he had those same characteristics, but was older, was more wiser. He was more seasoned. He was a great character when you think of someone who, when they were younger, was, you know, cocky and full of himself and, you know, didn't take serious at times, and then he kind of grew up to be more wiser, but he still kind of kept those characteristics. And I think that's what Harrison Ford was aiming for. Did a great job portraying that, and I loved Harrison Ford in here. I love Chewbacca. I love that bickering back and forth between them two. I love their smart remarks, and I love BB-8. BB-8 was so cute. I loved him, and he reminded me a lot of R2-D2. Doesn't take crap for anybody, and just, you know, was a cute little droid. And CP3O and R2-D2, they had a lot of those bickering back and forth between, which I loved. I love the droids in here. They were amazing. So there's a lot of things I loved about Star Wars The Force Awakens. There was a few things that I didn't really care for, but it didn't ruin the enjoyment of the film. So Star Wars is back, and I loved every moment of it. A lot of fun, a lot of reminiscing, a lot of nostalgia with great new characters, a great new story. And I could tell that this franchise is going to go a long way with this cast. So I'm going to go ahead and give Star Wars The Force Awakens an A+. This is Just Watch Movies with this review of Star Wars The Force Awakens, and I am so happy that it is here. And I loved watching that scroll and the music and bringing it back to Star Wars and just seeing the new cast, and I am so excited for the future. This is a great time to be alive. So this is Just Watch Movies. I hope everybody has enjoyed all my Star Wars reviews and now the Star Wars Force Awakens. Subscribe to Just Watch Movies so you can get more videos about Star Wars in the future with my spoiler-filled review and my ranking of Star Wars films. This is Just Watch Movies, and may the Force be with you.